Students, welcome to this video lecture number 25 for BBA program, Consumer Behavior for 5th semester for Bangalore North University. So, the environmental determinants of consumer behavior. Under that, we are going to study the concept called as roles in family decision making process. So, in case of purchasing the products or services, what are the roles that is played by the various family members in the decision making process? So, in previous class, that is in class number video lecture number 24, we have discussed in detail about household life cycle. Mainly, there are various two types of life cycle, household life cycle, that is family FLC, family life cycle, that is traditional family life cycle. Under that, we have discussed about young singles, newly married, full nest 1, full nest 2, and empty nest 1, empty nest 2, and solitary survivor. And in case of non-traditional family cycle, we have discussed about various sequences, that is sequence number 1, that is young married with couples with children, young divorced parents, single parent with older children, and older unmarried. Under sequence 2, young divorced couples without children, middle-aged married couples without children, older married couples without children. And in case of sequence 3, young married couples with children, middle-aged divorced parents, and middle-aged married parents with children and stepchildren. And finally, we had discussed about sequences in case of 4, that is young unmarried couples without children, middle-aged married couples without children, older married couples without children, and widows. These are the things that we have studied in case household life cycle, that is FLC, family life cycles. And the learning objective of the present video lecture is where the students will be able to analyze the role of family in consumer decision making process, how the family is going to have an impact on the decision making process. And the outcome of this session is the students will be able to analyze the role of family in case of consumer decision making process. Let us understand the meaning of this concept called as family decision making process in case of purchasing the products or services. In the process of family buying decision making, several family members are involved. Usually, family constitute 2 or more peoples with their parents, or whether it may be nuclear family or joint family. In case of nuclear family, there uh, 2 or more peoples with their children, or with their parents or relatives. They play very roles in the buying process, where each members in the family may take more than one role, or sometimes the family members does not take any role at all for purchasing the goods or services. In case of individual members of family often serve different roles in decision that ultimately draw a shared family resources. Some individuals are information gatherers. In case of family, where some of the members where they get only the information, they collect the information with various sources for purchasing the goods or services, and who seeks out information about the products or relevance, whether they are relevant, whatever the information that they collected, whether they have relevant for the purchasing the products or services. And these individuals often have great deal power because they may selectively pass on information and favors their chosen alternatives out of the various alternatives, whatever the information that collects, whether they have relevance of they're purchasing the products or services. And the decision makers have the power to determine issues such as, so whoever to take the decisions of purchasing products or services, these are the questions to be asked, whether they are going to proceed with the products or services. First one, the whether to buy. First, for a basic question is whether they are going to purchase the products or services or not, whether they are going to buy the products or services, and which product to buy. If they yes, we are going to buy the products or not services, which product to buy, what type of product they are going to buy, and which brand to buy, what type of brand. In case of market, there are various brands are available. So out of that, they are going to make a decision on what brand they are going to purchase the products or services and where to buy it. If there is whatever the brand they have selected, and from where they are going to buy it, and finally they have to uh, give a answer to this question, that is when to buy and when they required, when they are going to consume the products or services, and then they are actually going to buy the products or services. So these questions to be asked by the decision maker to take the decisions. So the distinct roles in the family decision making process. So where the various types of roles that is played by family members is called under these processes in case of decision making. First one, it is called as initiators. So initiator is nothing but family members who take the initiative, first who take the initiative in putting across the idea to other family members about the product or services. He is the person who is going to introduce or give initiative, take an initiative, or putting the across the ideas to other members also about the products or services. And another person we have that is called as influencers. These are the person or family members who provides the necessary information to other family members about the services. So he is the person who is going to provide all the required information that is that is required by other family members about the product or services where they are going to be the product or services. And another person, another role that is played by family members is called as deciders. These are the persons or family members who have the power either unilaterally or jointly decide or determine whether there is need to shop for, purchase, users of consume, dispose of particular product or services. So he is the person who is going to make he is going to analyze whether it is needed to shop or not, whether it is required by the family, whether to purchase or not, and what are the users or consume, and how it is going to after using the product, how it is going to dispose of a particular product or services. That is decided by this person, and it is called as deciders. And another person we have buyers. So family buyers are the family members who actually go and make the purchase of the product or services. He is the person he is going to purchase the actually is going to purchase the whatever the requirement required by the family members of a particular product or services. And another person we have he is played a role played by is called as preparers. So preparers are the family members who transforms the product or services into a form and for consumption by the family members. So preparers are the persons or family members. They are also part of the family members who transform product into a form, into a physical form, purchasing form for consumption, for actual consumption of products or services. These are the persons preparers are going to convert the transforms the products or services into a form and other two other family members. And another person here we have that is called a users. Users are also family members who are the real users or consumers of the product or services. These are the persons they are going to actually use the products or services which are purchased by the buyers. Maintenance are the family members who regularly maintain or service the products so that it continues to provide satisfaction. In order to provide a satisfaction to other family members, the services of product services so that continues to provide a satisfaction. These are the persons regularly maintain or take the services in charge for the product so that it is continue provides without an interruption. It continuously provides the services to other family members. And disposers are the family members who initiate the disposal or discontinuation of particular product or services. If the products or services does not fulfill the satisfactions to various users in the family, these are the family members where they take the role of disposing the or discontinuing the products or services, and they may and to take the alternatives of other products or services. So these are the role that is played by the members where it purely they are going to discontinue or dispose the products or services which does not give the satisfactions to the family members. So out of these various family decision making process that is role played by various family members, Out of that, I have prepared some MCQs so that if you understand these MCQs, somewhat you will get some idea about the family decision making process and the roles that is played by the various family members in the case of decision making process. First question is, dash is the process by which decision that directly or indirectly involve two or more family members are made. That is family decision making, household decision making, consumer decision making, and joint decision making. So this is purely relating to family decision making. Hence, the answer is family decision making is the process by which decisions that directly or indirectly involve two or more family members are made. Next, move on to the second question. A family purchase decision differs from an organizational decision in dash, that is level of emotion involved, the involvement of multiple people in the decisions, the absence of time, pressures, and all of the above. The answer is the level of emotion involved is called family purchase decision differ from organizational decision in case of level of emotional involved. In terms of emotional involved, there's a difference between family purchase decision and organizational decision. Which of the following is a family purchase role? Initiators, buyer, or users? So all of these, that is initiator, buyers, users, even in case of influencers, deciders, preparers, maintainers, disposers, all these the roles that is played by the family members in case of family purchases. The family members who first recognize a need or starts that purchase process is known as initiator, information gatherer, user, influencer. As I said in the first process, in decision making process of initiator. So initiator is the person who recognize a need or start purchases process, or he may take the initiative or putting across the idea to other family members about the product or services. Hence, the answer is initiator. And finally, we have which family purchase role played by the individual who makes the final decision. So, in case of final decision, the district initiator is going to initiative putting across the ideas to other family members, and information gatherer who collects the information from various sources about the product or services, and influencer is a person or family member who provides the necessary information to other family members about the product or services, and decision maker are the person who play a very crucial role or very important role for the actual purchasing of the products or services. So and take the final decision about the purchasing of products, and the answer is decision maker. So decision maker is the person, or he is the role that is played by individual who make the final decision about the purchasing of products or services. And these are the references I have taken to collect the data about the family decision making processes. So thank you for watching this video.